There we go. We're recording. So before you start the show,
Alright, so before we start the show, we just want to say our condolences to Wizard the Wizard, sniper gang artist. It was reported that he was killed, you feel me? And then Spot him got him has been shot 5 times and he's in critical condition. So our prayers are out to them.
yeah, talking to the mic a little bit more.
Our prayers are out to them, you feel me?
Yeah,
Hopefully Spot him got him is able to recover. And condolences to Wizard the Wizard and the whole sniper gang family.
absolutely. We just wish them the best, and yeah, we don't ever want to see shit like this in
Oh
hip
yeah.
hop. This shit is whack when it happens.
Oh
Nobody
yeah.
really feeling all of that bullshit.
Especially when stars don't reach their full potential, they on the verge of like making out like these niggas haven't been in the industry more than 2 years. So you feel me? This is probably the best they ever like.
Yeah, and this is something that I've been telling. You're not playing, right?
Oh, I'm looking at it like yeah, I'm
You
not
got
gonna.
the wire on the ground. You good? Um, So this is the thing when we talk about the Bronx. Last week we had a private conversation with an artist, and he was saying that these things he want the kids from the Bronx to avoid because a lot of these guys young getting in the beef don't really experience life yet, and they got an opportunity to come into some money, but nobody's really there to tell them the difference and what's going on. So they going not use that opportunity to the best of their ability because they still caught up on street shit.
Nah, that's definitely a fact. I hope we get to a point where like, well, you can't even say that because hip hop is always gonna be based off negativity.
It's
That's what
going
it says.
hip hop is a voice for the voiceless. It was never based on
I
negativity.
would say based on, but nowadays it's like,
It's
bro,
on street shit. It's
it's a
the
street shit
business
turned
side.
into hip hop.
But the streets and hip hop is from the streets.
Right.
But the thing is, it
This
was
is actually like
a
murder
art
beat.
form, and
Yeah.
but now we got to a space where it's a business, and whenever you have business, you got the underworld business, and then you got the day to day shit that everybody see.
Right.
So when that's involved, and people getting paid from confrontation, because confrontation and sex is the two highest selling things.
Right. And that's true. If you said that, that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah. So
I,
I'm actually about to
I,
go
I
any
just
further.
hope when like rappers come to the industry, they're able like you don't gotta prove once you make it, bro. You don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. There's
But
no reason
that
for you to
that
be hanging back in the hood.
they don't know that because the fans don't allow them to believe that.
Right. Nah, don't. That's why they can't let the fans check you off the street. Basically, like
Oh,
you gotta think about if you can't be 50 in the music industry, 50% in the streets, bro. Either a indictment coming, the feds is coming,
something is coming behind that.
death is coming, bro. Once you take your foot out all the way. Don't turn back around. You don't owe nobody nothing, bro. Feel me? I know you got people that you still gotta go visit and shit, but you
You
can
don't
still
owe
find.
anybody anything because if you wasn't successful, they wouldn't give a fuck anyway. They'll be
Right,
like, "Oh, we all here together. Fuck
right,
everybody that's winning.
right.
It be what it be." But we gonna move on. We just wanna. That was just we wanna send our condolences. I'm actually about to call my boy Brogawd up right now, cause we actually gonna talk about some things right quick.
Bro, God, bro, God.
Yo, what's up, bro?
What up, bro? What's going on, man? You got
Peace, man.
peace, bro. How you feeling?
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit, I'm good, bro. What's good with you?
Ain't shit. We live on the show right now, so don't say anything that you don't
Oh
want people to
man.
hear to say. I'm gonna allow you to say it anyway, and I'll probably
Nah,
do
that's
my best to edit
offending.
out. But I'm here with my boy Best Point on TV. We doing our weekly podcast, and I know you got a show coming up. So before we go any further in the show, we want to make sure that we get you to drop in there, let people know where they could get tickets, and let them know what's going on.
Oh yeah, for sure. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, this is definitely to support your artist. Pop up event. You definitely want to be in the building for this, man. There's gonna be a whole lot of dope things going on. Music from merch items to walk away with. You know, your tangible CDs, clothing, vinyls, anything that you can go home with. You know what I'm saying? It will be at this show. Um,
So it's like a
you
pop
know,
up shop concert.
for sure, exactly. Pop up shop concert. Yep, yep, exactly. It's at a private location, so which
Yeah.
is listed on the tickets.
What
You know what I
city? Let
mean?
them know
So
what city, just in case viewers is from somewhere else.
say it again for me.
Let them know what city you're doing this in, just in case the viewers are from somewhere else.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, Rochester, New York. You already know, man.
That's a
Lower
fact.
East Side, 585, representing Western New York region, man.
And what's the day for the show? The pop up show?
Uh, Thursday, September 23rd. Thursday, next Thursday. Yep.
Yeah, I already told Bless said, I was trying to call him up, but he ain't respond back yet. I'm literally going to the city the night before because I'm going to the Conway and Stove God. I love
Oh, that's gonna be
Thanksgiving show,
fire. Yeah, yeah.
and then I'm driving back up the next day, coming up here to catch y'all show. So, you know,
Man, that's love, man. Safe travels on that road too,
you
for
already
real.
you already know how that be. So I'm trying to get my way to that show, y'all show. Cause the drink. Matter of fact, I got you on the phone when y'all did the that audio no road stop in Buffalo with Roman Streets and all them China Street. Shout out to all of them. Y'all
Word.
did y'all thing, man. I got footage of that too. I was waiting until we get this interview together before I release some of that footage, but that shit was
Okay,
dope. Y'all
yeah.
put on the motherfucking show there.
Shit, man. Expect the same thing, brother. Expect the same thing, brother, when we go up there Thursday. And thank you, man, for popping out at that one too. You know, that was a huge moment, man, for the whole culture overall. Like that shit was
Absolutely.
monumental.
That
Peace
was
to my boy
absolutely
ID Rich.
facts. That was upstate and downstate connecting together. We had
Oh my, beautiful. New York.
all
It
underground,
reminded me. Yeah, yeah.
super underground, all New York, dope location. The artwork on the wall there. I cannot say the place name for nothing, but the venue was
Um,
dope.
I know whose venue it is
Yeah,
Don't Watch TV. So
V.
shout out to Don't Watch TV for
Right,
sure,
that's a
man.
fact. Uh, everybody, Billy Esco had popped out. What's the
Yup.
old girl name? I can't remember her name from drum work at the moment.
Oh,
Jay Skis, I think.
Genius.
Genius.
J Skis.
Jay Skis.
Then you had Love Genius.
Yep, Love Genius. But she popped out. It was a lot of them. It was a lot of them there, man.
Word of mother. Word of mother.
Everybody was in that motherfucker. It was Buffalo kids heavy in it, but Rochester represented. Etho put on the show.
Gates.
Rob
Word.
Gates. I got my vinyl from them signed by three of the cloth members that was there. Gates was there.
Fire.
Riggs was there. Mav was there. Even Chris G was
Etho
in.
was out
Etho
there,
was
you know what
there.
I'm saying?
Chris
Jamal
G was.
Gasol pulled through.
Chris G was in the building too.
Yeah, Chris G, yeah, for sure.
And
Oh, right, yeah.
G4 Jag was in the building. All niggas was
G4 Jag was in the building,
Everybody
man.
was there. Shit was a beautiful thing. It was hip hop. I won't say real hip hop. It was just our hip hop. New York
Yeah,
represented all the way. You feel me?
that golden era, you know what I'm saying, is returning, man.
Exactly.
The new golden era, man.
And the joint that Blue Mama was, y'all just put on that show there, and then I looked the next day, Rome Street's getting signed to Griselda. Crazy as shit, man. Crazy as shit. And then Stove got signed with Griselda too. So it's like
Word,
they got
word,
a whole new roster now.
word. Oh, can't forget Mark Starr
Mark
with the
Star,
Rochester
facts.
liner, who's on tour with Conway.
He's on
So,
tour with them right now too. Shout out to
word,
DJ City. City's the DJ on there.
City, word the mother,
So
word the mother.
that shit dope. I appreciate y'all. If y'all listening right now, cause this episode might drop tomorrow, so y'all probably gonna miss it. Yesterday's price ain't gonna be today's price. 18
Holla.
$18 right now. It's 11 hours, not even
Till
10
10 p.m.
till
Till
10
10 p.m.
p.m.
That's it.
today. To 10 p.m.
You got 10 hours, and
Yeah, I
the
got 10
price is
hours
going
and it's
right
going
back
back
up.
up. And you're gonna pay for that ticket. I appreciate it. I also got my players set in rolling tray when I bought my ticket.
Oh,
So that's
word.
set. So
You only
appreciate
can roll
y'all niggas.
gas on them too, man.
That's a fact. You can't roll no block work. It ain't gonna
Word
work
to
right.
mother. No, no blammer lambs.
Facts. But yo, Sheik, appreciate you being on here, bro. God, man. Shout out to Upstate
Absolutely
of Mine.
appreciate you, beloved.
You said the show's the 23rd.
23rd on Thursday,
Okay, I'm gonna try to show.
September 23rd.
Word, man. Let me know. Y'all definitely show face, man. Film,
Yeah,
get y'all coverage and all that, man. Get y'all spot to set up if y'all want to do all that. You know what I mean?
for sure. I'm gonna be in
Let
the
me
building.
know, man.
I'm gonna be in the building for sure.
Word, word, word. Hey, man, well, shit. I'm about to get back to it, fellas.
Do what you gotta do. Appreciate you, bro.
Say that, man. Y'all have a great weekend, man. Holla.
You too. Oh shit, I ain't mean to hang up on him. I thought he was already hanging up. My fault, Sheik, man. But yeah, that's Brogawd. So they doing their thing. Upstate of Mine. They roster consists of Brogawd, I believe Blessed, Yeah Jordan, and Paris
Yeah,
Polo is
yeah,
all
yeah.
part of it.
That's my voice.
So they all be doing their thing. Shout out to them. Um, yeah. So let's keep the show going while we here, man. Nicki Minaj and Azalea Banks right now. They seem to be going at it.
So let me give you a little brief breakdown of what's going on for people that don't really know what's going on.
Going at it.
So, alright. So honestly, I don't know what happened. Like, I just found out this thing this morning. So I wake up to Nicki Minaj say she'll never use Twitter again, and the reason she said she'll never use Twitter again is because I guess she said some things about the vaccine. How she said she doesn't have enough evidence to know the vaccine is gonna work for her. She was family in Trinidad. You feel me?
Absolutely.
How certain stuff happened. And I guess she has a quote. She has a quote following 26 million followers on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't see it,
Absolutely.
but that's what they were saying in articles. And it influenced some of her fans to go outside and press the hospitals, talk about why do we need to get the vaccine. So now you gotta think about it. They look at like 26 million followers. People are outside protesting. They look at it like she
She's
has
a
a
cult leader.
she has a cult leader and she's
But the
telling people
Barb's
not to
is
get the
kind of like a
vaccine.
cult. Always have been.
Yeah, and that's why they upset. So I don't know why Twitter didn't let her express it, but I guess they got to listen to what the government says or whatever the case may be. They got her Twitter account suspended. So now she's at a point where she said like it's weird you can't have the freedom of speech you really want to say. Like she was just expressing how she felt about the vaccine. She didn't tell nobody not to go get it. She spoke from her experience and what she's seen or heard from her friends. She never said no facts, and it's like the world trying to cancel her out. Well, not the world, but Twitter shut her down for expressing how she felt about something, and that made her take to Twitter and express how she feels.
Yeah. So I look at it as this is the thing when you become a icon or a global brand where your name becomes a brand. You're not just an individual no more. You're considered like a business. Like you gave up that freedom, which kind of fucked up in a way. You gave up the freedom to be an individual and think for yourself until you could actually get the have the resources or have enough ownership to control a platform. So this actually led to, before we get into that Azalea Banks thing, is
Mm-hmm.
something that we've been talking about for a while because me and you always get blocked on social media sometimes for some
Right.
of our takes. Having our own social media entities. You want to elaborate a little bit more on that,
Yeah,
Bless?
like so when we say something like when we say like having our own social media, we basically saying we can have social media and speak on what we want to say, how we want to say, when we want to say. You feel me? Because certain stuff we want to say on Facebook, not even like it could be some dumb stuff, and it'll be like they'll block us in Facebook jail now, and not hinder us from doing our business. Because now you're 30 days in Facebook jail, you can't express how you feel. So now we more conscious about what we want to say, how we want to say it, and when we want to say it. And that's just not with Facebook. That's with Twitter. That's with Instagram. And us being hip hop media outlets and stuff like that, there's certain stuff that we will say that will get us canceled. But
Yeah,
so we kind of gotta like fake it. Like we can't always say what we want to say on these platforms. But
absolutely.
but what we saying is, if we gotta create hip hop is the culture. You feel me? And hip hop doesn't always agree what society agrees with. If we was to say you say we want to create a social media platform where we're able to say what we want to say, how we want to say, it, whether the world disagrees or whatever you like, it doesn't matter. It could be 100 people against you. If you that one person feels that way, you could go and express yourself, and nobody can say nothing to you. You can't get canceled. You can get blocked. Like it's like the internet's getting a little bit too sensitive.
The
So
world is a lot more sensitive than it used to be. I'm
right,
not saying everything is correct.
but
We're not talking about hate speech, but a difference of an opinion should not get your shit deleted. Like that's the problem. Like we're getting to a space where it's becoming dangerous because America's principle itself was built on freedom of speech. Not saying that you don't answer for what you say because you have to be responsible for what you say. But at the same
they're
time,
not even giving us a chance.
he's supposed to allow that level of conversation for there to be difference of opinion because we human beings. There's no way in the world we all gonna agree on everything. It's not possible. Oh shit, this nigga class calling me. Hold on, gang. Yo, bro, I'm on the podcast right now, man. What's good? All right, all right. Bro, what's it, man? We gonna chop it up. Yeah, but we don't like if you say, oh, this makes a girl. Matter of fact, perfect example, right?
Mm-hmm.
I shared a post earlier. It was dudes that worked at McDonald's and women was calling them broke. It was women working at McDonald's. They were saying, "Yeah, sis, go get a bag."
Right.
That's socially acceptable. But if a guy was to say, "Oh, those some broke B," and you finish the word,
Yeah.
they would get killed. Fat Joe was just getting killed
Kill
because for Lil Mo and Vita, he's saying, "Oh, they look like some dusty, you know what?"
Yeah.
Which was foul to say, but that's how niggas in the Bronx talk. Sorry to tell you, like that's literally how people talk where he
But-
come from.
But if Lil Mo would have said nigga, Fat Joe's an ugly, dirty ass nigga, everybody been clowning him.
Yeah. But people was saying that. They were just saying Fat Joe, some fat. That's acceptable when y'all want to do it, but you can't. Like again, it's double standards and everything in life, not fair. But you can't scream for fairness and and equity, not equality, equity, because that's more of being on a even playing field. You can't scream for that, but one thing's one way and not another. Same thing with the joint that the person. I don't man. Listen, the transgender that try to expose Tiger for
But
being in the
like, I didn't really look
like
into
you
it.
can't scream that you identify as the opposite sex, and then when a guy hits you up, you ready to expose them.
Like, bro, like, are you using this for an image? Like, you making it sound like being a transgender is a bad thing at that point, and you're a transgender.
Exactly. So that's it. Just messes. It's confusing to people because it's things that was not talked about that it just stayed in a certain world or realm. And not saying that people should be ignored or anything, but it's like it was just unwritten and untalked about things.
No, I definitely agree.
This episode is also brought to you by Fight Night. So if you hear me clicking a little bit much, I'm trying to knock Takashi 6ix9ine out because they got him in a game with Canelo Alvarez. Some of the updated patch stuff.
They give him a
Don't
purple
blame
haze.
me.
Nah, I definitely agree. Cause even with like even with the shit Boosie's saying, that why is Boosie get like Boosie expressing how he feels, and I bet you a lot of people agree with Boosie.
And it's a
And he
bunch
just
of
knocked out
women.
6ix9ine.
Or, it's a bunch of women that's naked, and there's nothing wrong with that
Right.
on social media. Like, get your money how you get your
To
money.
each his own, basically.
But you can't tell me I could look at women twerking, which I enjoy. I'm not gonna say I don't. Women twerking on social media with all crazy fake booties and stuff, and then but if I have a opinion that is not socially acceptable, but it's not hurting anybody,
You take me off your
you
platform.
take me off your platform.
And we understand that these social media got like certain rules, like you can't post naked photos on
Yeah,
Instagram, which we totally agree. You can't say certain curse words on Facebook. You can't say certain shit on
yeah.
Twitter. You can't do cop. We understand that, but how would you allow one gender to do it or one race to get away with it, but when
Not the
somebody else do
other.
it, and not the other? You feel me? Even Donald Trump, I disagree with the decision. He got banned on Twitter. I don't like that decision.
Man,
Like
America got a lot boring since Donald Trump ain't been in office. I don't care what nobody say.
I definitely agree. Like Trump should not be kicked off. So he's expressing how he feels. There's people that feel the same way about him.
And it's not. Go ahead. Say
Now there's people that feel the same way about just because he's a celebrity or a president. Y'all hold him to. He's allowed to say. Let him say what he wants to say. It's okay for people to feel like. It's like you gotta look at it like this, because everything we do is gonna influence how kids think and act. When you see kids seeing like, oh, Donald Trump's getting blocked off Twitter or something like that, how you think they're gonna feel when they feel feel a certain way about something? They're gonna be like, they're gonna be afraid because don't nobody want to get banned off the internet. Everybody wants to be able to feel how they want to feel and say what they want to say.
Everybody want to feel important, and that's the problem. Social media got people feeling more important than they are. They just doing that to shut y'all up. They not making real change because the motherfuckers that fuck with Trump, they still gonna fuck with Trump.
If you don't fuck with Trump, you don't fuck with Trump. It's like Lil Nas X situation. I bet you a lot of people don't agree with what he's doing. They might speak about it, but hey, Lil Nas X still gonna do what he's gonna do. We gotta learn to learn to embrace the hate, and that's what we gotta teach kids. That's what's gonna stop.
It's not even that.
All that.
Fuck embracing the hate. It's this simple. There's 3 little dots on social media. You feel me? Where every time there's a post, I don't care for anything that Lil Nas X does because it doesn't appeal to me.
Right, exactly.
I hit those little 3 dots and press unfollow or mute all posts because I don't want to see it.
Right.
It ain't for me.
Exactly.
I don't care how big he is in media. It's not for me. It's not something that I want to cover, so I don't pay no attention. Same thing with 6ix9ine. When there's things that he do, I just hit the mute button because my peace means more than getting all worked up over somebody who don't care about me.
Right. I feel like we got like people gotta learn that, bro. If you not interested in something, if you don't like something, you can delete, you can unfollow, you can unsubscribe.
You could do block, bro. I hit the block button on a regular basis.
Bro, there's certain stuff you can just ignore stuff. You don't always gotta comment on something. You always don't gotta respond. You you by you commenting is you engaging to something. That's you want to go back and forth with something. Once you engage something, I mean, it ain't
Drop
really no
gold
back on
boy.
80.69 out again. Yeah, but like,
Whoop. Boom.
so talk about engaging to shit. We're gonna take it to Azalea's. I don't know what I think her.
I seen some of it. I could play some of it actually. I do have it.
I put it on YouTube so you can go to my
Yo,
YouTube channel and just
huh?
look at.
You put it on the YouTube channel
Yeah, like the whole audio.
on your joint.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
I'm a,
trying to
I'm a,
capitalize
I'm
off
a
those
play
views.
some of it. So our audio might get a little low for a second, but I hate when I plug it up because it always does that dumb stuff. Because I was recording it and then somebody called me, so I'm about to go to Best Point of View TV. I don't know how long this. Oh, it's just 12 minutes long. God damn,
Join us
Isaiah.
for MCC's Fall Open House.
Saying how you gonna tell people not to get vaccination and you got fake butt implants.
Yeah.
Two things happen. Someone could go to a restaurant and order a dessert and not know that there were peanuts inside. You know, and not know that they had a nut allergy and, you know, their throat swells up. Someone could order, you know, some fried rice at a Chinese restaurant or something, and there's shrimp in there, and, you know, maybe they didn't know they had a shellfish allergy, and then their throat swells up. For as many black women that have died or been, you know, had to have their legs amputated or body parts amputated because of black market butt injections, why do we not have Nicki Minaj questioning that, you know? And, you know, for someone who has the lyrics like, you know, woke up the price of coke up, knowing that 90% of the cocaine that comes into the United States is laced with fentanyl.
Yeah, she's saying a lot of things that's
you know, like you would like you want to encourage your fans to snort fentanyl laced cocaine rather than get a vaccine. Okay, and for someone who is so mistrusting of Big Pharma, you sure as hell love that fucking Percocet, now don't ya? This is like the most idiotic shit.
All right, so I'm gonna stop that a little bit right there. She's saying some things that's true and some things that's not true. What's your take on it so far though?
I feel
Or
like
what you heard? Because we might not play this whole thing.
I feel like it came more from a personal and like, cause alright, if you listen, let me just go to my channel. Let me show my Instagram so I could play like little clips. Where your Instagram
Oh,
at?
you say Instagram?
Yeah.
So you can hook your phone up too, nigga.
I got little clips that was just like,
Shout out to Alchemist on being on the Rory and Maul show. I knocked out Takashi 6ix9ine in the 4th round of the fight. I think it was the 3rd round actually. Who knows? I'll tell y'all in a second.
alright, so this is like
Unknown chemicals being injected into black people's bodies. Like, can you please get that disgusting ass taken out? Just take that shit out. Like, like the Black China cosplay era is over. You have not reinvented a day. Like, you have not reinvented since you've been out. And, like, you really let white ass Peter Rosenberg, like, bully you out of your, like, international pop star fucking status to just, like, some, like, boring rap bitch. To so concerned, I would like to end this TED Talk by telling you, Miss Nicki Minaj, you are not the queen of rap. You are a fucking pussy. You are probably one of the pussiest fucking bitches in hip hop. Like, honestly, like, you're really a fucking pussy. You know, all these, like, imaginary female rap adversaries that you have in your songs, the bitches are your sons and whatever the fuck. Like, trust me, Nicki Minaj, like, you don't have anything that any of us really want. You know, like.
She was saying a lot.
So like, and not she was talking about the vaccine, like how she got a quote and she shouldn't speak on this shit and shouldn't know she's not the spokeswoman of the like thing. But it's like it was more personal than trying to educate her. You feel me?
Absolutely, it was an attack. It was an attack. It was the same way when like Glasses Malone or Boosie say what they say about oh boy, and more so like Glasses because he doesn't come from a hurtful space. People would just be ready to attack and educate or have a real conversation in that moment. Even with the baby, for example. So on you though, bro.
Oh, with the baby, huh? Let me see.
I was just saying, for example.
Oh yeah, with the baby and shit like when he said the thing. I don't think he was trying to hurt anybody. It was just he was just trying to get people turned. But even with Boosie, I don't think it's really personal. I don't think he really hates Lil Nas X. I think it's more of the fact that like bro, my kids are gonna get influenced by this. You feel me? So like, cause he used that. You gotta think about when what's Dwayne Wade's Zaire. He said the same thing. Like, bro, I disagree with it. That's all he said. So it's not like it's personal. Cause he said he worked with.
Not Zaire. Sorry, Zaire is the basketball playing one. My bad, Zaire.
I forgot Zendaya. Zendaya.
I don't know. I just stopped keeping up, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he just speaking on how he feels. He just feels like, yo, I don't want my kids seeing this, and there's a different way to approach about it.
Yeah, Best don't want no smoking fight night, so I gotta play 2K again. But yeah, I don't disagree with what you're saying at all.
But like, who was Azalea Banks to tell Nicki Minaj?
Azalea Banks, that's what she does though. She's controversial when it's a hot topic. She's gonna say what she feels.
And she talk about downplaying. Like I seen an interview, she was saying like females downplay each other, but it's like every time she gets a chance to downplay like a person that's in a higher up than her. But I would say like Nicki and them, bro. She always talks down on them, bro. Like what does her butt injections have anything to do with vaccination?
Absolutely nothing.
Because I'm pretty sure when you go get a butt implantation, you understand what you're going through. The doctor probably tells you this is gonna happen. There's the pros and cons.
Who you picking?
You update the rosters?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers. I gotta get a win.
You say you going with the Lakers? You gotta get a win.
Bro, I gotta play with Melo. Melo gonna score like 26.
Oh my God! Here goes the cap. I'm gonna go with the 76ers because I got a random. I went 3 randoms, but you want to pick teams.
Oh, we can do randoms.
I got my 3. I got the Clippers. I got it was Clippers, the
Let me
Sixers, and it was I think Orlando.
Let me be fair.
Because I could go with the Clippers.
What the fuck? My second random, Lakers.
That's fine. I'm gonna go with the Clippers. Be good.
Alright,
but yeah, so Azalea, she's known to attack, and she does go on her rants. She's not saying she is not having points, because she does have points, but she's not always accurate in the information she gives, and because of her history of blurting things out, people don't always take her the most serious.
Right.
So.
Nah, but I just don't like the fact that she did a 12-minute rant on Nicki just because of
This
Nicki
is not
validation.
This is the same woman that boiled her cat when it died. So I'm not even making fun of her being on no funny joint. Like it's not. I don't put anything past her at this point in time. So to me, it is what it is.
I just came from like a perspective like, yo, she's down talking this girl. I don't like that. You feel me? Even Nicki Minaj, she never said anything that was fact. Everything she said was an opinion. That's like if you see something and I see something, bro, we gonna have different perspective on it. She give her perspective, I give my perspective.
And it's about having.
And I don't gotta attack you. Don't gotta attack. You could agree to disagree sometimes.
And that's what this show is, because we don't agree on everything we talk about. Exactly. We give our takes, and we look at it from how our reference points. You feel me?
Right. And we could go and using different perspective. I'm gonna give an example. The New York and Atlanta debate. You see how everybody was saying the New York rappers don't respect
Atlanta
artists. Like Diddy don't want to go against JD and 50 Cent don't want to go against T.I. It's like they hold themselves to the standard. But I seen you made a stat saying what song you said? What T.I. song was it that you compared to 50 Cent?
24s.
24, and you said, nah, I can't be T.I. compared to it. But if you ask anybody in Atlanta, they probably think
that's why that conversation came up, because we did a versus in the room with people from the South, and then we had people from it was people from the South, some people from New York. It was actually after the verses, which we're about to talk about in a second. After the Ja Rule and you cheating. That's what that is.
What I'm doing?
Trying to double team. After the Ja Rule and Fat Joe versus. So they were saying, 50 Cent to the day. They were saying, they don't want no beef with 50. They don't smoke with 50. And they were saying, he ducked T.I. So people like, T.I. don't got. Somebody said T.I. don't got 7 songs, that 7 hits for 50. and then that kind of started that conversation. I'm not really paying attention, so Best is getting a little
Yeah,
runway right now.
don't make excuses.
I'm not. You got it right now, but that's how that came up, and I like the song 24s. Feel me?
Right.
But the song 24s, even matter of fact, even ASAP, right?
Yeah.
The song ASAP. So they were saying that's the song that really broke Southern trap music in New York, and I was having to explain that's not true. And we fucked with like in the city. I can't speak for up here.
Right.
In the
I was too
city,
young to even like to even have an opinion on that. I
yeah,
just joined the call.
in the city, we listened to some Southern rappers, but it really wasn't until Jeezy that we really started fucking with a lot of the South rap.
That's why I would say Jeezy's the one that made everybody fuck with the South. He was the I would say like the leader of the new school of that bracket.
Got him.
Yeah, but that's all I'm
But
saying.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying. Sometimes you gonna have different opinion. You don't gotta tear the next person down. It's like asking somebody who better, Jeezy or Gucci. Somebody's gonna say Jeezy, somebody's gonna say Gucci. That's all right. You're entitled to your opinion. I don't know why Zay was trying to say, "Oh, you don't have the right. You who gives you the right?"
She was making some solid points, but at the
No,
same
no,
time,
she definitely. I'm saying, but it became more personal then.
nope, nope. Sorry, Mello. Stop
I'm
that
saying 20 points or
nonsense.
better.
Stop that nonsense.
You don't believe in him.
Oh my goodness, I didn't realize. Oh, stop playing. I was playing 2K22. It's a little different. You feel me? So I had to go to 2K21 right quick because I don't got two controllers from my other Xbox shit. But yeah, it is what it is, man. People gonna do what they do, and it's easy to tear each other down than it is to just admit that you have difference of opinion.
Right. How do you feel about what Ti said? Since we on that topic about Atlanta artists not respecting, I mean New York artists not
People,
respecting our.
that's how a lot of people outside of New York feel about how New York view their music, and they have a point, and to an extent, they're correct. But I'm not gonna take nothing from them. I'm gonna just pull this through because that wasn't supposed to happen.
Cause even like I feel like Atlanta don't respect New York as much too. Cause I don't.
Now they don't. Now
I'm
they
trying to
don't.
remember who said it, but I remember one time it was an interview and somebody said, "Who the fuck is Jay Z? We don't respect
Hold on.
like."
Yeah, hold on. Keep going. Keep talking.
It was like we don't care about Jay Z. Like he not that nigga to us in Atlanta.
I'll be back.
Right.
Hello. phone calls. Important phone calls. Can't turn those down. What you saying though about?
Nah, I was saying, I don't remember who said it. I couldn't even find an interview when I was looking for it. But I want to say it was Breakfast Club. Somebody said like Atlanta niggas don't got really much respect for Jay Z as like how the world view Jay Z.
Yeah, it's
like,
not just Atlanta. It's the South. Period. Like Jay Z is who Jay Z is to New York.
Right.
Same thing with Fab. Like Fab and Jadakiss. That's why Verzuz was kind of important because they were like, all right,
It's
Fab
that-
and
it's kinda
Jadakiss is
so-
cool,
yeah.
but that's New York. That's not really us.
Right. So that's probably some like it really be like not hip hop. I want to say hip hop's divided on some. If you like a West Coast legend, you might not be that nigga to the East Coast nigga.
It's
Like
regional.
That. It's rare.
That's
yeah.
the thing. It's regional, and that the one thing that's been taken away from at this point is that it's not regional no more. It's
Because of social media.
social media is trying to make everybody the same. That's why everybody have talk the same, use the same words. It's kind of universal. Like back then, that's not how it was.
Word.
When people would talk about A, shout A, that wasn't no New York shit. Niggas in New York ain't know what the fuck a person was talking about.
Word. So now it's like with social media, it's a little bit more diverse. You feel me? You got everybody doing what Chicago doing or trying to be like Florida.
And all that other stuff. But yeah, let's get into Verzuz. No
So how you?
doubt.
I'm not gonna be honest. I didn't finish it, but the
For what
first-
you seen, talk about what you seen.
I seen Fat Joe had some hits. He came out with some hits.
Fat
But-
Joe was,
Yeah, but he came out a lot of features. I want to say a lot of big promos on this shit, like the lot of Terror Squad, a lot of people. But then
both of them did.
Huh? Yeah.
Both of them did.
Yeah. But Ja Rule was like a better performer. He had more energy. He was talking his shit. He just like it seemed like Fat Joe kept saying, "You wasn't outside when I made this. You wasn't outside when I
See,
made."
but that's the thing. Like Joe played, cause it depends on where you got to. Joe played a lot of the bigger hits later.
Yeah. I
in
see.
the
I got to the
verses.
last song.
He started off with his early stuff.
All I do is win,
Yeah.
no matter
See,
what.
Then he kind of got away from that after.
Yeah, cause he said he wanted to play the street shit. They want to play his worldwide like
Yeah. He
arena
was trying
shit.
to take it to the streets because that Ja is not considered